The girl gets accepted into a good university, so she runs happily to her older brother and says excitedly, "Brother, I got accepted into university." The older brother says happily, "Bless, little sister, this is such wonderful news. You did an amazing job. Now you need to study hard and try your best to leave the difficult life in this village and move forward." Just then, a man standing nearby says sarcastically, "You only got accepted into university. What's there to be so proud of? Besides, 3 generations of your family have been poor. And do you people even have enough money to continue your education?" Then the sister says worriedly to her brother, "Brother, he has a point. Our family's situation is such that we can't afford university expenses. 1 year of tuition alone costs several $1,000s. Brother, maybe I shouldn't go to college." So the brother says reassuringly, "Little sister, ever since our parents left us, we've only had each other to rely on. My wish has always been for you to get accepted into university. Now that you've been accepted, why are you saying that you won't go? Don't worry about the money. I'll find a way somehow." The sister says worriedly, "But brother, what can you do? Even if we sell all the grain in our house, it still won't be enough money." The brother says confidently, "Don't worry about that. I'll take care of it. Wait for me at home." Then the brother goes to one of his relatives and says politely, "Uncle, my little sister has been accepted into university, but we're short on some of the tuition money. Can you lend me some money?" So the uncle says coldly, "Where am I supposed to get money from? And when you don't have money, why are you trying to go to university? Get out of here." Then the brother goes to his wealthy cousin. The cousin gets out of his car and asks suspiciously, "What are you doing here?" So the brother says politely, "The thing is, my little sister has been accepted into university, but we're short on tuition money. Can you lend me some money?" So the cousin says dismissively, "What? Borrow money? Look at how bad your family's situation is. If I give you money, it'll be like throwing money down the drain. There's no hope of getting it back. Why would I lend you money?" So the brother says desperately, "Please help me." The cousin pushes him away angrily and says, "Get out of here. Don't dirty my car." So the poor brother goes home hopelessly, where his sister is waiting for him. Seeing her brother come home, she says sadly, "Brother, I shouldn't go to university. I don't want you to beg people for me, ask them for loans, and listen to what they say about you." So the brother says lovingly, "My sister, you have to go to university no matter what. Listen to me. All the other students in your class are moving forward because of their education. When a person has knowledge, they can change their destiny. Don't worry about the tuition. I'll find a way somehow. And if there's no other way left, I'll go to the city and ask our distant aunt for help. Her family is doing well." The sister says worriedly, "Brother, our aunt has always lived in the city, and she looks down on our poor family. Will she really give us money?" The brother says reassuringly, "Sister, don't worry about that. As long as there's even a little hope left, I won't stop trying. Wait for me at home." The brother goes to his wealthy aunt in the city, but she pushes him away angrily and says, "Go, go. Your parents have been gone for so many years. We haven't had any contact for all these years, and today you come to my company asking to borrow money? No, no." The brother says desperately, "Aunt, please help me. When my little sister graduates from university and gets a job, she'll definitely repay your kindness." The aunt says dismissively, "What can your sister possibly accomplish? It's better to get her married quickly. Why does she need to go to college? Tell her to quit school. Come on, get out of here." So the poor brother walks around crying and worrying, getting pushed away wherever he goes. Just then, one of his old school friends recognizes him and calls out, "Hey you, listen." He turns around and says confusedly, "Girl, I don't recognize you. Who are you?" Just then, the girl says happily, "Oh, it's me. I'm your childhood friend." So the man says surprisedly, "Oh, hey, look at you. We haven't seen each other in more than 10 years. I couldn't recognize you at all. You went abroad to study, right?" The girl says proudly, "Yes, I finished my education abroad and then came back. By the way, tell me, when I was in middle school, if I hadn't gone abroad, would the two of us be together today?" The man says thoughtfully, "Yeah, maybe that would have happened." Then the girl looks at the man carefully and asks concernedly, "Hey, my friend, why are you wearing clothes like this? Did something happen?" The man says calmly, "Nothing happened. It's just that my little sister has been accepted into university. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to earn enough money, so I came to borrow some money." The girl says happily, "Oh, your little sister has been accepted into university? Then congratulations. By the way, did you get the money?" The man lowers his head sadly. The girl understands and calls her secretary, saying urgently, "Hello, secretary, prepare $100,000 and bring it downstairs to the company. Hurry." Then she talks to her friend and asks casually, "How's life been going for you lately?" The man says honestly, "It's been okay. After my parents passed away, my little sister and I have only had each other to rely on. I farm at home, make a little money, and use that money to pay for my sister's education. By the way, you spent all these years studying abroad, so how was your life there? You must be married by now, right?" The girl says calmly, "No, I've been busy with my studies." The man says sincerely, "A capable and successful girl like you must have had plenty of people interested in you." The girl says honestly, "Yes, there were plenty, but I didn't like any of them. They were all spoiled guys from big cities. Where can you find someone as simple and kind-hearted as you, my friend?" Then the girl asks curiously, "By the way, are you married?" So the man says helplessly, "How can I get married? Should I worry about my family situation or get married? And then what girl would want to marry me?" The girl says confidently, "Who said that?" Just then, the secretary comes from behind and says respectfully, "Boss, here's the $100,000 just as you asked." The girl says calmly, "Okay, now go do your work, my friend. Take this $100,000. The man says nervously, No, buddy, I can't take this money." The girl says firmly, "Hey, I told you take this money. This is for your sister. Don't you want your sister to go to university?" The man says gratefully, "My friend, thank you so much, but I'll definitely pay this money back to you." The girl says reassuringly, "Don't worry about it, my friend. I want to ask you something." The man asks curiously, "What is it?" So the girl says shyly, "Will you marry me?" The man says awkwardly, "Don't joke around. Look at you. You're so successful and so beautiful today, and I grew up in the countryside. I'm not good enough for you." The girl says lovingly, "Why aren't you good enough for me? I really like you. You're hardworking, simple, and kind-hearted." Then the girl grabs the man's arm and says happily, "Come on, let's get married, okay?" And then the two of them walk away happily. If this story touched your heart, let us know what you would have done in the comments and subscribe for more heartwarming stories.